BGRT Gaming Podcast, episode 756, recorded on June 25th, 2025.
Welcome to the 756th edition of the TD Gaming Podcast and 589th episode of Video Game Roundtable. I am TJ Dunzu.
I am Scott Dirk.
I am Joe Falcon.
The VGRT Gaming Podcast focuses on game news from around the industry.
Yeah, the main news right now is it's hot, very hot, and I was melting today.
It is very spicy outside all over the world.
Yeah.
We weren't able to record last week because I was in the Czech Republic staring at something for work. But even over there, it was like
I was in the Czech Republic. Oh yeah, some CD Projekt Red.
By the time this podcast comes out, the embargo will be up. Bohemia Interactive and the DayZ devs are over there.
Okay.
Over in Prague, and Prague is a very beautiful city. I've been there twice at this point.
Well, Prague is one of those cities which is one of the oldest architectures in Europe.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yep, but it is hot all over the world. I know people have been talking online about London being just dead dry heat, and then Prague it was like, I think it was like 40 degrees Celsius during the day most days, which I think translates. Yeah, it was pretty hot.
There's a lot of games being developed over in Europe. I know.
Before we go on, we have to say Bohemia Interactive, people will know, are basically Arma and PC. Those are the two big games there.
Yes, and they said that we were over there at this point, so I can say it, but I can't say what I was working on just yet.
I have a feeling it has something to do with shooting and military.
Yeah, I posted some interesting stuff on my timeline. For those who don't know, it was part of this thing that's kind of like an Apocalypse Rin Fair, which I'm into it. I like it. It's fun.
Europe right now is dealing with some apocalypse.
Yeah, that part's less fun, but yes, it is very hot around the world.
So, it was 100 today in New York. Bangs on his keyboard there and keeps banging on his keyboard. It was over 100 here in New York. But all of that, we're going to have a nice, huge thunderstorm tomorrow. So, in that hot pressure system, at least that cold pressure system, boom. We've been getting some really nasty ones. And we had some tornadoes in upstate New York, no less. Anyways, this week's going to be a fairly quick episode. There's not much going on. I mean, there's rumors, there's other stuff. But really, we're going to move on to what we've been playing. I've started playing Dragon Quest Veilguard again because I like the story and I'm playing it again for the story.
Take Dragon's Quest?
I mean, Dragon Age. You know what? Dragon Quest 12 comes, I'll play it. Don't worry.
I'm looking forward to that.
Actually, I haven't even tried Dragon Quest 3D or 2, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't even gotten around to playing Metaphor de Fantasio. Everything's been getting in the way. And one of the things that's preventing me from playing it is that it requires a commitment, a big commitment, and I'm not ready to give that answer Metaphor.
Yeah, it is. If you're gonna try to get through that game, you're gonna be in it for the long haul, whether you try to beeline it or do all this stuff. Which I would say that doing the side stuff in that game is part of the fun.
When I play Metaphor, I'm definitely going to be delving into all the side stuff. I'm not going to. I'm not the sort of person who likes to beeline. That's how I get my perfect Mass Effect finishes, because I do all the extra stuff. I'm not even thinking about loyalty. Yeah, I'll get loyalty, whatever. But I will be playing something tomorrow, which is coming out tomorrow, and actually I get free because I backed the first game. We'll discuss that in a moment. PJ, aside from stuff that's NDA'd, what have you?
I've been playing Death Stranding 2. I reviewed it.
Another one of Hideo Kojima's fever dreams.
Okay, so that game, Death Stranding 2, is an improvement upon the first in every way, in my opinion.
Except for the story.
No, I think even the story is better. It's not so meandering and bullshitty with itself. It actually gets punchy.
but I think it's just as much bullshitting.
No, it actually goes, like, I'm telling you, man, it gets punchy right from the get-go this time, whereas it doesn't. The first one, like, meanders for a really, 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 really long time, and there's just not a lot of personality going on. Yeah. Hold up, let me finish. And there's not a lot of personality in there for the most part, because it's just Sam and
Norman
and the people that give him orders. There's more characters in this one, and they have more personality that comes out immediately and makes the more compelling.
It's weird. I was calling him Norman Reedus, and that's the actor, not the character.
Yeah,
Sam. I can't think of anything as Norman Reedus.
His name is Sam Porter Bridges, and he's connecting the world. Norman Reedus. But no, I just think that like they got better characters this time around, and the characters deliver a better story.
Is Toro in it again?
He is. Same with the guy who played Hartman. The guy who played Die Hardman is still there, and Fragile is still there. And then there's quite a few extra characters. George Miller is in this one, of Mad Max fame.
Yeah, I know who George Miller is. You know, he's.
No, I'm saying I was saying that for the benefit of the audience.
George Miller is a real geek because he had a full hand with the Mad Max video game, and he got into it with the developers about continuity with the movie. So. Yeah, he's very in tune with what's going on with video games.
Yeah, so he's a pretty good he delivers a pretty good role in this one. I don't remember the name of the guy who plays the puppet, but they're I think pretty important as well. I can't remember, but he does a good job. And then just like the gameplay, all of the gameplay feels much better than the first game. I hated combat in the first Death Stranding.
Ghosts.
No, I hated all of it, man. HATE capital letters. I hated that shit.
You just wanted to put stuff on your back and walk around.
I did. And but also every time you did stuff that wasn't that, it was a slog because you're so weighty and so momentum based. And every time somebody pokes you, you just fall over like a sack of shit.
That's if the entire game is about carrying heavy things and trying to keep your balance, fine enough for me. I play games like that.
But they give you so many more tools in the second game that like make every part of it more fun. Like the combat doesn't feel annoying to deal with. The cargo doesn't feel annoying to deal with. And it's hard at first, but then you end up getting all sorts of stuff that just there is a jump ramp that makes it so that you can hit big air and not break your vehicle or all the stuff inside. And I love that thing.
And you didn't think the tightrope, the high line wasn't cheating enough? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna hook onto this thing and just whee. Oh, I'm at the place.
And those things come back. Like most of the equipment from the first game comes back, but there are just some tasteful improvements to most everything that like
Zipline completely breaks the game.
It less so in this one. I think it's more about the highway system in this one because once you build a road and get your vehicle onto it, it doesn't drain the battery and you can go as fast as you want. I like it. I like it a lot so far. It's probably, I don't know if it's going to be up in my top 10 this year, but it's damn good.
It's an exclusive. We know it's not. But, I will say this. The graphics look even better than the first game. The first game was pretty detailed, but this one, it's getting close to photorealistic.
One of the most impressive things by far I've seen in this game is weather events that aren't the rain. There was a part where I was like wandering by a river that was completely dried up, like completely empty. And then timefall hit and then a flood hit. And just like the river went from dry bed to just almost killed me with how fast it filled up and the water rose. There have also been like, I've run across earthquakes in the game that sometimes shift the topography. Like if you're wandering near mountains, it might break down a piece of a mountain and you'll have to traverse a different way. And all that stuff is pretty dope because like you said, the environment in this game is absolutely gorgeous.
I'm still thinking about what Hideo Kojima is working with Microsoft now. It's just like, I wonder what he has in mind. It's strange. How about you, Scott? What have you been playing?
I've been playing a game called 8-Bit Adventures 2. And it is a NES-style game, and you don't apparently have to play the first one to be playing this one, but it's a turn-based RPG game, based, in the style of NES.
It's the golden age of our JRPG.
Yeah, And it has a lot of cinematic cutscenes and turn-based combat. You got about like 3 or 4 characters. I guess it's 3 characters that you're playing as in the party, and you're just, I guess, doing the typical JRPG thing, saving the world and
but
fighting God at some point.
What the style is. It's not quite JRPG because the faces have that long look to them. You know what I'm talking about? And the text is not NES text. It's like that squish text.
Yeah.
It's like, is this like it was more like a Sega Genesis game than a NES game. Yeah, actually, it's more like a Genesis game. You remember the JRPGs looked on the Genesis? Remember, they didn't have the Nintendo font. There was a little bit more cartoony than the NES.
Well, yeah, but I think they would still be considered JRPGs, like Phantasy Star.
Saying it's like more of a Genesis game than an NES game.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, they do a really good job with the effects. They have weather effects, and they have like little.
Oh no way! It's not Genesis. It's TurboGrafx. It's the TurboGrafx 16 looking thing.
I guess I thought the graphic level was 8-bit, not 16-bit. Well, but I mean, it's really good for 8-bit looking graphics. They do a lot of nice special effects. They have turn timer and combat. You have you do like augmenting your abilities. So it looks like a pretty fun.
Playing it from Steam or?
Yeah, I have it on Switch.
Oh, okay. It's on Steam because there's a demo on the Steam version.
Yes, there's a demo there. You can get the soundtrack there if you want. With Steam achievements, of course.
But actually, this game came out a while ago.
Yeah.
Did you get it on sale?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I played 8-Bit Adventures 1 a while ago. Cool. We're going to move on to quick news. For one, System Shock 2 is delayed for console, but the PC version is still coming out tomorrow. And since I backed System Shock 1 for over $30, I'm getting it for free, System Shock 2. So, DJ, you never played System Shock 2.
Yeah, I've been waiting on this remaster, actually. Like, I didn't want to... I always planned to go there eventually, but then they announced this remaster quite a while back. It's been a few years now, right?
I guess. I'm going to say something. When you play System Shock 2, it'll grab you immediately. If you thought System Shock was okay, you'll realize why everybody forgot about System Shock 1 when System Shock 2 came out. Because it just opens, and it's a killer opening, too.
I've heard you say before that, like, it's just miles above System Shock 1 in terms of atmosphere and improvements over what they did in the original.
Oh, yeah. And the voicemails are... I stop and listen to every single voicemail, all of them, because they're all so good. The thing is that I cheat now on the original because I don't want to have to deal with some of the bullshit. And I'm wondering what they're going to do about weapon degradation, because that was the number one thing that irritated the hell out of me. Oh, your pistol's run out, you can't use it. But I only used it for like a few minutes. Yeah, well, guess what? It's worn down. Come on,
that's why we hate the weapons breaking in the Zelda Breath of the Wild games and Tears of the Kingdom. Is you get a sword for like 5 minutes and then it's broken.
Yeah, but I'm just going to say, and then deciding what to use your mods on, it's like, oh, I don't really want to do exotic. Oh, wait, I can't use that weapon without maxing out on exotic. There's some weapons that are completely useless. You don't know that they're useless. And then what's funny is that of the melee weapons, the next to last one that you get is a lightsaber, and then the one that's better than it is a shard. But you never use the shard because the lightsaber is so much more cool.
Definitely.
So, but yeah, the minute you start playing, it's sort of like, whoa. Especially the opening cutscene. And then, before you even get into the game, you have to go through your career. And it's sort of like a branching thing. You go into this, and then when you choose a career, then you have to choose 3 different choices in your career, and then 3 more choices in your career. And it's the way how you get your stat, your initial stats. And one thing I realized after playing and finishing the game, the first ship is one big tutorial. The entire thing is preparing you for the Rickenbacker. And you think, oh, I'm playing a full game. No, it's the tutorial. It's teaching you everything you need to know before you go into the Rickenbacker. Like I said, if you don't fall in love with it, I don't know what's wrong with you. And then, there's the other thing. After you play System Shock 2, go play Prey again. And say, I see where Prey got all its ideas from.
Yeah, I've heard that comparison. Like, I am very curious to see how things turn out when, like for as many games as I've played that were influenced by System Shock 2, I'm interested to see those things in action, like those prototypical elements.
And BioShock. The other thing you're going to find out is why everybody loves Shodan. And if you played System Shock 1, it's sort of like, okay. No, and System Shock 2, not only she's gone over the edge even for her. And her introduction, aside from the opening cutscene, is such a great moment. Such a great moment. And of course, the way the game opens, look at you, hacker. That's why I still play the original on GOG. So now I'm going to see what it's like on. That's the other thing is that I tried playing System Shock 1, the original version, and it really didn't hit me. For one thing, it was very primitive. It was really early in the days of things, so it's sort of like, a mouse is optional for a first-person shooter. Okay. Fortunately, it's not optional. It's actually quite mandatory. But like I said, I'm still interested in the console version, if only to get achievements. But yeah, I'm up for some more System Shock 2 tomorrow, definitely. You were gonna say something?
Oh no, I agree with you. I'm excited. It's nice to see that it's finally come because I have been saying for like a long time on this show that I would love to play that game. I just was waiting on this remaster to happen.
Next, gotta confirm now. All but confirmed that you'll be able to get the game on your Xbox app, not just the handheld, but on your app as well. What happens is, and GOG does this too. GOG already has this, but you'll be able to open up games from your Xbox app to play on Steam. And I think it's sort of an acknowledgement that gamers are kind of lazy and they don't like having multiple storefronts. They don't want multiple. They want one storefront. So Microsoft say, okay, you can play your Steam games on.
Convenience is pretty nice.
Yeah. Also, people are saying that the next Xbox to be more like a PC because it has Windows, but it's sort of like, no, the version of Windows they're using is like the really, really, really stripped down version. It's only to have that base for which to play the games you can play on. You're not going to be able to use Windows apps with it or stuff like that. You're just going to be able to play games. I think they're making it so that it's easier to port from PC to Xbox.
Probably just get a PC at that point.
Well, I mean, Steam Decks. I mean, people are using Steam Decks, right?
Right.
So Microsoft wants Steam Deck Plus.
So, are they working towards? So, would you say that this is working towards? Is it still going to be a game app, or are they trying to build an OS version of the Xbox app?
What do you mean? The Xbox app that is on your PC? It's the Game Pass app.
Sure, but it's kind of just like a game library launching app, but like it's still been tied to Xbox games up to this point. So like, I'm curious as to how they would be able to incorporate non-Xbox games into the apps. You can launch your Steam games without Steam. You know that, right? You just click on the game. You don't need to launch Steam. Steam is just the. But this is still talking about launching non-Xbox games inside the Xbox app. Oh yeah, you're just launching it from inside the app. You can do that with anything, really. I guess I don't fully understand because in your example, you remove Steam from the equation. It sounds like Xbox is doing something to encompass other, like, I don't know, Steam games and other stuff into the Xbox app. No, you can launch your Steam games from within the Xbox app and your Epic games and any other storefronts that you have. I mean, you do that all the time. Remember when you have an Ubisoft game, you have to freaking open up their app to play it, no matter what. Yeah. But this is supposed to be seamless. By the way, people were expressing nervousness about playing. Oh, I forgot which game it was. They're adding. Oh yeah, Gears. Gears Reloaded. People were concerned about multiplayer, and whether you need an Xbox account. And officially, you do not. You have an Xbox account for multiplayer. Only reason to have you have to launch an Xbox account
if you want cross-platform progression. That is, you want to play your single-player game, your campaign game from one to the other, then you have to have the Xbox app. So as far as cross-platform play, you don't need an Xbox app. You just need whatever multiplayer you're using. So if you're playing from your PlayStation, you run it from PlayStation. If you're running it from Steam, you just run it from whatever you have.
Interesting. Well, it'll be neat to see how that works. The only part of it I don't like is
PlayStation.
What's up?
It's gonna be strange to see Gears of War on a PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's a 20-year-old game, but still.
Well, like I was about to say, that the only part of this I don't like is the Xbox. At the very least, the Xbox app on browser is not a very user-friendly experience, in my opinion.
No, but Xbox app software that's on your PC.
Yeah.
I mean, they also started launching new games you can stream that are not Game Pass. Like Final Fantasy 16 was added to the games that if you own them digitally, you can stream them on your web browser or your app or whatever. So they're slowly opening it up, to non-Game Pass games to be able to be streamed. And again, if one of their games, by the time the official Xbox handheld comes, not the Asus one, but the official one, they want you to be able to play all of them without having to have your Xbox on.
Yeah.
I will say this, I'm starting to think, I do want to play Balatro on my handheld. Because I don't like playing Balatro from the Xbox or from the PC. So, I know that you play it on your cell phone.
Yeah, it's a perfect cell phone game. Like,
the only problem I have is I don't want to have to start over on the cell phone. That's why I'm more interested in getting a streaming Xbox version.
It would be nice if they had some form of cross progression, but I don't know how you would do it. I guess,
like I said, for Gears of War, if you want cross progression, you have to log into your Xbox account from the other device.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know.
I know this is Microsoft's attempt. They're trying to take over everything now, everything from one space. This is their end game goal. They want they want it everywhere, and they found out having watching TV from your Xbox wasn't appealing to people. Nah, we don't care about that. No, we want to play games. Okay, we're going to play games. But now we want you to play games everywhere. Room out of game news. I know TJ's going to have a chuckle about this one. Bloodlines 2 developer The Chinese Room has laid off employees, but Paradox says the game is still coming in October. Almost side by side with the release of the surprise Still Wakes the Deep expansion. By the way, have you played Still Wakes the Deep?
I have not.
Ooh, you got to play that game. It is one of the best acted games, and what I love is that it's such a thick Scottish brogue. You have two types of subtitles. You can have the translation subtitle, in which it gives you an approximation of what they're saying, and then you have the Scottish subtitle, in which it just gives you everything they're saying, what they're exactly saying, and you'll still be confused about what they're saying. Gobshite?
Yeah.
It's scary. Also scary. At least then it gets silly. But it also has a really tragic ending without giving anything away. Like, okay. But the main character is not like any. He's basically a borderline criminal, and he has to deal with that reputation in the entire game. But Still Wakes the Deep is excellent. So the expansion is coming out.
I feel slightly like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that game might be cursed. I mean, this is still early, and maybe things are going.
Before you start making your commentary, the cuts apparently will not have an impact on the schedule of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Still on track for October. The layoffs have been a result with the ongoing struggles at Sumo Digital, which acquired the Chinese Room in 2018. In June 2024, the Sumo Group laid off 50% of its workforce and closed Timber Games. And then in February 2025, it included a strategic decision to focus Sumo Digital exclusively on development services for partners, which is basically what's happening to Vicarious Visions. So, oof.
So this isn't even because Sumo Digital, or this isn't even because the Chinese Room is necessarily having problems developing Bloodlines 2. It's because Sumo Digital is running out of money. Am I reading that correctly?
Sumo Digital wants to start doing work for other people. Yeah. The only thing that I have a raised eyebrow about is that the plot has completely changed for Bloodlines 2. If you remember the original, you're going to play one of the Thin Bloods.
Uh-huh.
And now you're going to be playing one of the Elders. You're going to be playing a powerful vampire instead of a weak. So that is one of the interesting changes that makes me raise an eyebrow. Makes me wonder how much of the story has been changed.
I mean, Man, I was kind of hoping that maybe it was at a point where like they were just winding down development and doing that thing that they do when they're winding down development. But it still sounds like there's more games to make. So I guess I'm going to be watching this like a hawk because I have a sneaking suspicion that as many times as it's happened before, we might see another delay on Bloodlines 2.
Well, here's the thing. The same thing happened to Dragon Age 4, and I really enjoyed the finished product, even though it didn't sell. You know, I'm just concerned about I don't care if the studio makes money on it. I just want to play it. You know, here's the thing that a lot of gamers have to understand: it's not your job to worry about the companies. You're just worried about the finished product. That's it. The only way the finished product might affect you is that they won't make sequels if it doesn't sell. That's about it. Otherwise, if you enjoy a game, enjoy it. Don't worry about the balance sheets. You know, I mean, I'm bummed out Monolith doesn't exist anymore, and there won't be another Wonder Woman. There won't be a Wonder Woman game. But there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah. That Wonder Woman one was really a confounding one just because everybody was so excited to see the Nemesis system in action again. And
Monolith is a giant. That's like saying after Reach, instead of Microsoft letting Bungie go, they just dissolved them. That's how big Monolith was.
Yeah, and so it's confounding, like because the Nemesis system is money on the table, and they're just not doing anything with it. I just think, for one, I think that's just that WB is terrible at handling its gaming studios. But
Microsoft had purchased WB like people thought they would.
Yeah, and
Microsoft would be the lesser evil there.
But this game, like, people, when I say that, like I have concerns. People have to understand Bloodlines 2 has been development hell for a very, very long time.
Hey,
and
look,
so
tradition, Vampire the Masquerade had its own problems. Because remember, Valve was a prick. Vampire Masquerades is the only game to use Valve's engine, Half-Life 2 engine. They're the only ones to use it. No one else has used it. And Valve fucked them over big time.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it was such in a buggy state when it was first released, you know? So, Source Engine.
Yeah, but like we're at a point though where like when you see stuff like this, layoffs and Bloodlines 2 in the same sentence, it's just like, oh no, what's happening now? It's hard not to look at Bloodlines 2 at this point and all the things that have happened and then see new news that isn't the game is on track and be like, oh good, that's fine.
It's not the same story as Duke Nukem Forever, in which they kept on changing the engine over and over and over again. No, the problem here was that the original developer, and from what I understand, were incompetent, and they weren't up to the task.
People were pretty mad when the narrative director bowed out because they worked on the first game and the board game, right?
No. The original developer?
No. The narrative director that worked on the games.
He's not a developer though. He's just a director.
No, but they bowed out. Like they fell off the game a while ago, and people were concerned because they worked on so much of the story in the first game and the board game.
The story is out. Yeah, that's interesting that Paradox Interactive bought the World of Darkness, partially so that they can create Bloodlines 2 without any problem. And let's drain a 40 for the World of Darkness MMO that never came out.
It was. I'm sorry. I just want to find this person because it's going to drive me crazy if I don't figure out who it is. Mitsoda. What's that guy's name? Brian Mitsoda? Yeah, that's the one.
But like I said, a lot of things have been going on with remember, Paradox was that developer you had complete faith in. Not no more.
Yeah. At this point, like the biggest thing that I look at Paradox for is Stellaris, because they still seem to do well with that, and like they still have a hand in Crusader Kings, which people seem to enjoy that. But for the most
with their Frontier games, for some reason Frontier has been releasing half-baked shit. And I'm thinking maybe Frontier can only make one game at a time. Maybe they should have just made Skitty Skylines by themselves without anything, without worrying about any other game. Just focus on that one game. Then worry about your amusement park game next. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I haven't been playing City Skylines 2 is that the graphic engine is still fucked.
Yeah, that game has had never-ending problems.
Because here's the thing. Before they patched it, I was having a ball with the game. I was showing you, look how deep I'm going. And every time I get deeper, it drip feeds you what's it called, the things that you can do, right? It's really good discovering all this shit as it happened. And it's like, oh, I can do that. I'm going to redo the city with that in mind. And then the graphics screwed up, and it's like, I was enjoying myself, and you screwed something that wasn't broken for me. At some point, I'm going to look back on City Skylines 2 and see if I can still play it. Foundation is okay, but it's not great. It feels like an indie game that's been in development for 8 years and has been running on a rickety engine the entire time. And oh wait, that's exactly what's happening with it. It's a game that's on a rickety engine that they've been working for 8 years. Also, Railroad not Railroad Interactive. It's Railroad Corporation 2 has some really weird problems with logic. You know, I'm trying to enjoy the game, and it's like, oh, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's still in early access, but still. Although it's been, how long has that game been in early access? 2 years?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. And that's my shit, by the way. I wish someone would just port the original Railroad Tycoon or even Railroad Tycoon Deluxe, better graphics, and leave the rest of the game alone. I would be happy as a clam. So yeah, at least Bloodlines 2 will be on Game Pass so that I won't have to spend any money if it's a piece of crap. Anyways, moving on to the next item. Go ahead, Scott. Scott, he's sleeping.
Sorry. Jurassic World Evolution 3 is ditching its AI-generated art after some initial feedback. Jurassic World Evolution 3 unveiling earlier this month drew mixed responses. There was, for instance, ample excitement over the fact that baby dinosaurs will finally be wandering all over the place come its arrival later this year, but less enthusiasm for Frontier Development's decision to whip the theme park Sims scientist avatar art into existence using generative AI. But now the studio has confirmed it's reversing course on the latter after some initial feedback. Yeah, AI art sucks. World Frontier would be relying on generative AI to create its boffins first emerged via Jurassic World Evolution 3 Steam page, which, alongside the game's mod system requirements, included the AI disclosure statement as mandated by Valve that scientist avatars will be created using the controversial technology. This seemingly referred to the face portraits accompanying employable staff rather than key characters throughout the game.
Let's stop here. So here's the problem I have with this. When is it generative art and when is it procedural generation? Because people don't have a problem with procedural generation, do they? A lot of games use it because they need to, right? That's what Spore used. Spore used procedural generation. So
yeah, there's entire genres that are based on procedural generation. It's the fact that like their assets. It's when you use AI that has assets that are used in its generative stuff, like clear usage.
Yeah.
It's like using other people's art, other people's assets and styles that you don't have a right to, and you'll see Studio Ghibli of Star Trek Next Generation characters.
The problem I have though. Why do random procedural generation for these for the artwork then?
Yeah,
it's different because somebody still created all those little pieces of art and then told the computer how to put them all together, versus someone taking, the Simpsons art and.
I get that, but here's the thing. Here's my question: why didn't they just have a thing in which you just press a button? Okay, different hair, different face, different glasses, whatever. Why would you need to do AI to do that?
I don't know. That's a great question.
It's kind of silly, isn't it? I mean, when you're a character creator, you have the option to say, okay, just make a completely random character. It may come out funky, but it's random. I don't get the need to. By the way, there was a ruling today that said it was okay to use existing art and books and all that stuff as part of the learning process, but you can't rip it off. If it's a part of the machine learning, then that's fine. But if you use it to write a book and it just takes the stuff from the thing, that's not okay. That's that.
Yeah, like if I draw a character that's like my original character for something I'm using, and then you just take that character and Mr. Potato Head some different features into it, that's still my character. You just use shitty generative AI to make it into something.
There's a whole lawsuit of Disney versus I think Midjourney for stealing all of its Disney characters.
Here's the thing I don't understand. What people are calling AI is not AI.
I agree. It's not. It's not intelligent. It never asks why. It doesn't challenge you. It doesn't question.
Here's what it is, and it's very simple. It's something we like to call data mining.
Yeah.
Data mining. And here's the thing. Years ago, they would call it data mining, machine learning, advanced algorithms. That's all it is. These things don't think. They don't talk to you. They're not artificial intelligence. I mean, the chatbots are really good. I mean, ChatGPT can get really sassy and surprise me sometimes, but it's not AI.
Yeah.
It's not data. It's not Johnny Five.
And I actually talked to ChatGPT, and by that I mean I corresponded with it. And actually, it does tell you when you talk about it. It always has. It admits that when it does responses with people, it's instructed to be very optimistic, very what's it called? Very nice because
agreeable.
People respond better to it. Which gives it a sort of certain voice. If you ever talk to it, hey, that's a great idea. You have to tell it, listen, stop that. Just give me criticism, okay? Because what happens is when I am working with it for my board game, I'm not asking it to make me anything. What I'm asking it to do is, okay, I want you to run through the rules. Tell me if there's any contradictions. Tell me if there's anything that I forgot to say and all that stuff. It's not helping me create. It's helping me data mine what I did. What it's looking at is this, comparing stuff and saying, okay, well, this rule does not do with this rule, blah, blah, blah. But it's not giving me any information that I don't already know. It's just telling me what I asked for.
Did you see that study that MIT did where they had people using AI versus people using Google versus people using just their own brain to write these essays, and they found that the cognitive responses in the brain were incredibly lower with the AI one because people were just not using their brains to generate an essay. They were just using the AI as a crutch.
One of the things that's even bigger than that Disney case was a judge ruling on this guy who made a book that was AI image generated. And he was told, don't own those pictures. You didn't create them. They are not, you cannot copyright them. That is the biggest thing, that weapon against AI generation. Because here's the thing. If someone makes a commercial with just AI stuff, guess what? I can take that commercial and make it the dirtiest shit possible. Because guess what? It's not copyrightable. Yeah, you know what? You did a ad for Wendy's? Well, guess what? I'm going to take Wendy, have her sucking on a big old dildo, and having white cum dripping down your face, and guess what? You can't sue me. You didn't create that image. Well, obviously, Wendy is a copyrightable character, but I'm just
right.
I can do anything you want to your copyrighted, your non-copyrightable images, and that's what all these tech bros are creatively sterile, and they want to be creative, and they just can't be.
They're like Ryan from The Office.
Yeah. God forbid when they start trying to do music. Although I will say
they have AI music. People are putting lyrics in and telling it what style to sing it by, and then it just sings a song on the lyrics that you put in, and just they got AI music going.
Here's the one thing I like doing is that they actually have there's a website which you can put in something and it'll tell you what chance it is that it was AI created. So if I ask ChatGPT to, okay, I want you to write something on this, I put it in, it says, yeah, it's totally ChatGPT. I put in part of my screenplay, says, oh yeah, that's original.
Yeah, and like if you've seen the lawsuit that Disney chucked at
talking about that. Scott was bringing it up already.
No, I'm saying if you've taken a deep look in it and seen like the comparisons that they've made, putting things side by side, like I have no idea how Disney doesn't win that case, but like we'll see what happens.
But here's the other thing: is that you know what I've done with ChatGPT? I've said, okay, I want you to create a superhero who wears a blue suit with red trunk and an insignia of a pentagonal on his chest, flying through space, and it will out and out make Superman, insignia included. I got around their copyright thing because if you try to say make a picture of Superman, it'll say can't do that. Sorry. If I give a generic description of Superman, without any copyrightable buzzwords, it'll make Superman.
That's ridiculous.
It'll out and out make Superman. I mean, here's the thing. I do ChatGPT because it's fun. I don't do it because I'm bankrupt. And sometimes I just want to do something really quickly and try and make it do something I think. I told it, I want you to create someone who has amendable fractal invading their body, and it came up with an image that was so disturbing, so gross. I was like, oh my God, what did I trick ChatGPT into doing? I did the same thing with a hand. I will show you a picture of that hand, and you will go, oh my God, that's worse than Junji Ito.
That sounds creepy.
Especially since I didn't tell it to, but it has red in it, so it's sort of like it's actually going through bone. And, oh my God. It's like, I'll have to show it to you. And when I try to do it, they said, you have to give us a spoiler on that because that is completely gross. That's R-rated. I swear. I posted on my Facebook page. I had it create a creature with translucent skin so you can see the organs and the bones and all that. And it is creepy as hell. It is biologically accurate. And so, oh my God, what did ChatGPT just create? I'll have to show you that picture too. It is just, you can make it do some really sick stuff if you're smart enough not to trigger the words that are going to say, no, I can't do that.
Interesting.
Actually, I'll have to put it in the on the website just so people can see it. It's just really weird. I'm going to look on Facebook right now, but anyways, getting back to I don't understand what's going on with Frontier. What is going on with them? Because they used to be someone you got excited about, and now it's sort of like people was there a change in leadership?
I think Elite Dangerous Odyssey really knocked the wind out of them, and because I don't feel like Frontier has been on the same level since they launched Odyssey, and it flopped. And I definitely feel like that, because it felt like they were firing on all cylinders before that game. But since that game came out, I have not seen Frontier take too much in the way of victory laps anymore.
No, it's depressing too, because like I said, there are certain developers which you can, in which you have confidence in, and that confidence is waning.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a shame too, because I do like the Jurassic World series. I like their Planet Coaster. Planet Coaster is still one of the best sandboxes as far as management, in my opinion.
I love that game. That was so much fun, having the roller coasters just jump off the rails and land into a lake, or launch people, or just do all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah, and it feels like it's been a long time since we've had Frontier doing stuff like that. It feels like they're kind of leaning on the things that just work now. Like Jurassic World has been an ongoing series, and I'm sure that they make a lot of money off that license to be at the point where they're making a third one. It's a shame they had to mar it by doing AI assets at first, but well, we'll see what happens.
Okay, I am sending you a picture of this creature, and you can give me your impression of this ChatGPT generated creature.
I hate it.
Well, do you hate it because of it's so creepy?
It looks like it belongs in one of those weird human life one of those life museums.
I know exactly what you're talking about. They have this human human anatomy thing you can walk through or something. It's crazy.
You mean the Visible Man thing?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah,
it does remind me of that. It's weird.
It is, but it's biologically very accurate. It's like that is some of the creepiest shit. I wonder if I can do it again. I don't know, but there were some other pictures which I got out of it. We were I'll have to show you the other pictures because they're just horrific. Anyways, moving on to the next item. Go ahead, TJ.
All right. Sony remembers that PlayStation VR 2 exists. Announces four new games coming soon. From Eurogamer. Sony has announced 4 new games on the way to PSVR 2 headset, 3 of which are coming this year. One of those is Dreams of Another. The next is from Q Games. The next from Q Games, the studio behind Pixel Junk Games. Dreams of Another is from multimedia artist Bayon, the director of Pixel Junk Eden. The game sees players control the man in pajamas, but has the philosophy of no creation without destruction. As shooting in this game creates the world around you from particular particles. Circular particles. Before that, though, there's Grit and Valor, 1949, a tactics roguelike. Players take on the role of a commander in a alternate timeline in World War II to win battles by moving pieces chess style on a tactical grid. It's due out on the 21st of August. Also coming later this year is Hotel Infinity, a follow-up to Manifold Garden from Studio Cheer. This surreal puzzle game has players exploring an abstract hotel to solve riddles. And then last is Meteora, a cosmic survival racer that's coming to PSVR 2 next year. Players will navigate explosive asteroid belts, electrically charged debris, icy barriers as a meteor racing through space. Sony has been criticized for not sporting the PSVR 2 headset at all, and I'm sitting here with the dust collecting on mine saying, that thing is a really cool headset, but yeah, they don't do shit for it. To the point where, I haven't tried hooking it up to, Steam VR because I know that the PSVR 2 can do that now, but I really do need to, bust that out at some point and do something because it feels shitty having such a good headset and there's just nothing to play on it.
Okay, so I am going to freak the hell out of you now. You ready for this?
What's that?
I am going to send you this picture of the Mandelbrot, an interesting use of the Mandelbrot set, and you're going to freak out now. I know you're going to freak out. Okay, let's see if it actually does. There we go. So check out that picture.
Ew.
Yeah, that's gross.
That's the Mandelbrot set going into someone's hand.
Rough. But as far as
I didn't know the ChatGPT would create pictures like that, but sometimes it'll surprise you.
Yeah.
There's a condition where you get creeped out with stuff that has holes in it. I forgot what it's called.
Phobia. Yeah.
Yeah.
This actually makes it look biological, like the person's been invaded by some sort of virus. Some of those things have sort of looked like fungi on it. But the really creepy part was it decided to put all the red in there. So it's not like it's a person. It's not like some plastic thing or No, it looks like someone's actual hand. And we know what kind of problems that ChatGPT has with hands. This is just...
Yeah. So have you seen any of these games that are coming to PSVR?
I know of one of them. I know... what's the name of that game? Oh, yeah, the Hotel Infinity I've seen.
Okay.
But what really shocks me is that Beat Saber's not going to be supported anymore.
Wait, I think I remember Manifold Garden. I feel like that's a Annapurna thing, but let me make sure. Oh, maybe not. But this game was still an interesting one when I played it. It's very MC Escher, the game.
But yeah, I mean, Beat Saber is the killer app for VR. I mean, it's on the MetaQuest as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Beat Saber is a lot of fun to play.
Here's the thing, by the way, that reminds me of another news item that popped up, and that is Microsoft is making an Xbox-branded MetaQuest. They're teaming up with MetaQuest. What does that mean exactly?
It means that it's going to be it's probably going to be able to run the Xbox app or Xbox apps easier or be more optimized for that style of interaction.
Yeah, but what does that even mean? Because you can. With it's going to come in green and yellow. I mean,
to that extent, yeah. But you know that the MetaQuest headsets can already run Xbox Game Pass, right?
By the way, don't look at the picture I just uploaded.
I already did. It looks terrifying.
Why would you do that, Jonah?
Why would I do that? That's what ChatGPT made.
But you posted it. ChatGPT didn't post it there. You posted it.
I only asked ChatGPT to pick someone being eaten alive by the Mandelbrot set. I had no idea it was going to do that. This thing does some weird shit.
Sure, if you tell it to.
Yeah.
But then again, people also post muscly cats doing firefighting shit. So who am I to judge?
Actually, a really good picture of a RoboCat and the cross section of it, and it was really cool. And then I asked her to make a blueprint of it, and it was really weird. I'll have to post that as well. But yeah, like I said, you can tell what kind of sick fuck mind I have sometimes.
Yeah, we can tell.
Anyways,
I wonder
what.
as far as like the meta and the Xbox stuff coming together, like it's probably just gonna be just a green Xbox headset, but like.
But here's the thing: it's actually going to be really inexpensive. In terms of that, it actually comes with a wireless controller and some other stuff for it. And I'm thinking I might get it just because it comes with a wireless controller. You know?
I wonder if it or like. And the Quest, like I said in the past, the Quest is already capable of running Xbox Game Pass. They've had that feature for a while, so I think it's probably just going to be more optimized towards that style of play.
Who cares if it isn't going to actually be VR? I don't want just a screen in front of me, you know. Which I want the actual immersion.
Well, Game Pass can't do that yet, so too bad.
You never know. This might be a soft announcement of VR. Hey, guess what? You want VR? Well, it's optional. Here, I sent another even more horrifying picture.
Why are the...
What is wrong with Jonah?
I can't tell if the guys hate it or like it.
Well, I like the ambiguity. Hey, look, it's nothing that Hideo Kojima didn't do, but weirder. I mean, do you see a fetus in a bag that you? By the way, I noticed that the fetus has been born, hasn't it? That's trying to.
I will not speak on the matter because it's a spoiler. It's a big spoiler.
Freaking trailer.
I will not speak on the matter because it's a big spoiler.
It's not. Well, they spoiled their own spoiler then.
No, there's a. Nope, they haven't. There's a big story beat that goes right into what I've been saying earlier about it's punchy and it gets you into what's going on pretty quickly. And I'm not going to reveal what happens.
Okay. Anyways, I don't know. It's tempting. It's tempting to get the beat, but then again, it's either that or get the Asus handheld Xbox for $800. So. The thing. Anyways, this has been really a short, shitty show. Look for our show notes at gamingpodcast.net along with industry news and our gaming history articles. If you enjoy feedback, send us comments on our blog at gamingpodcast.net. Also, on facebook.com/gamingpodcast. Find me on Blue Sky at Jonah Falcon.
You find me at Johnny Chugs.
You can find me at Shard the Sage.
And I will start sending them even creepier pictures.
I'm going to kill my notifications for the rest of the night.
And
yeah. I'll just turn off Teams. It's real easy.
I'll have to post them in on the website alongside with so people can. There's nothing worse than describing what you're seeing without actually seeing it. Because believe it or not, this is not a visual medium. Even if we're on YouTube, I'm not showing the pictures there.
Jonah insists on spreading his horror across the internet.
Okay.
Hey, look, I'm not horrified by Junji Ito. I find a lot of it silly. I know it makes people really scared. 2 words, Mandelbrot set. Anyways, we will see you next week. Oh, by the way, next week is 4th of July.
Yep.
We will see you on July 2nd.
Happy gaming, everyone.
Have fun. Be cool. Play games, y'all.